Starting off today's video with something really fun. I'm in the OG Skyline and I've never had any kind of like launch control, two-step or anything on this car. And then after having it on the Supra, the launch control, I'm kind of like, I wonder what a good sounding RB would sound like. So even though this is an old Link G4 Plus, I jumped in, opened up the motorsport folder, set up a quick little launch control program, and I think it's gonna be good. So let's get May downstairs, just put it behind the car and not say anything, and see what happens. For those of you that need a refresher, RB25 Neo makes about 500, 550. It's super responsive and it just makes all the right sounds, which you're gonna hear in a little bit. But look who's here! How are you? Are you excited?
Excited for what?
I don't know.
Do I have to drive this again?
No, you don't.
I had to like stall 5 times to be able to come back here.
That's true.
From Tomei to here.
It's not the greatest clutch pedal engagement, but we're gonna fix that later on this year with a nice ACT clutch. That aside though, I had a little bit of fun with the Link, and I want you to go to the back and just listen to the HKS high power exhaust that's on there, because that is what our collab merch is all about that we just dropped. Go to SAMMIT.net, grab it before it sells out. Go back there, you hold the camera and listen to it for me.
Back there. Black smoke.
Yeah, that's normal. Sometimes it'll do that.
You turned that whole Yokohama banner into like a black hazy color.
That's fine, that'll dissipate.
It was like a cloud. It was like an explosion of a black cloud that just went. Psh. There was flame.
There was flame? I need to fine tune it a little bit then. We want bigger flames. Launch control. Could you imagine this car with launch control? How fast and responsive it already is?
I feel like we need to get better.
Kind of impressive.
We need like slick tires or something.
We need what?
Slick tires.
Slick tires?
You know, everyone's not wrong. We should turn this into a full time attack car. We just strip all the trunk and everything and turn it into carbon.
Put stock knuckles back on it so that we don't have any weird geometry issues in the front like we have right now with the weird tire wear in the front, no matter what alignment we try to do. Put a 33 front end back on it and we just make it an aggressive time attack car. That would be a cool idea.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
No. We don't need that one that much. It was kind of scary. It felt like I was gonna be immersed into that cloud.
Oh, where were you standing?
Right here.
Oh, here's good. Yeah, that's fine. You're out of the shot. I should have told you to stand like here or something away from it. Was it good?
It was good.
Yeah.
Anyways, get the high power.
Yeah, the HKS high power stuff. We'll put a clip in here of the Supra doing the same thing. They sound so good. Now, we're gonna go venture out, but I wanna give you a quick update of what's happening in the shop. Subframe is all done. Fresh brakes on here. Everything is ready for this to go in the car, except the bushings still haven't arrived yet. Why is building cars the most frustrating thing? Is where are my parts? Anyways, that wouldn't have mattered anyways because it turned out we had a 3.7 diff and we don't want to, look, we're going to be barely making 280 horsepower, so we don't particularly want to make its life hard, and we want to be able to make it up the hill at North. So the most spicy diff when it comes to like a JZX 100 at Ebisu is a 4.1. So, got myself a 4.1. I welded it today, it arrived today. Shafts are in there, ready to go, but we're still waiting for the bushings to the diff and the rear subframe. Once that's in, the whole rear end of the car is done. It's driving, we can put it outside for a little bit. I've been doing a few other little things here and there with an oil cooler and the whole front end's together. We got the correct radiator fans on here because someone had jammed in an SXE10 radiator fan and radiator in here, so it was all wrong and wouldn't actually bolt up to this radiator. Also, I smashed the radiator with a couple blocks of 2x4 and got it straight enough where it actually goes in there. The oil cooler's going here. Just a simple get it done. And it's got a whole brand new front end pretty much on here, ready to rip. And then power out of time. So I'm not doing anything on the motor or anything until we get the car driving and good. So that's why this is at a standstill. Now, the S15 was the next thing that I was gonna work on, but there's 3 pieces of aero missing. Oka-chan's waiting to come in, and then we're gonna start on this. The only thing that has to happen on this is fit the aero and cut the rear fenders and weld them up, which is 1 day's worth of work for everything, I feel like. Maybe 2 days, depending on how nice we're gonna do the aero. So probably, I'll say 2 days, because I want it to be a really nice fitted kit. And that's it, pretty much, with the 2 main projects. And then otherwise, well, we're just waiting for Spoon to arrive for the abandoned S15.
It's really abandoned. You're really telling everyone that it's abandoned.
No.
No, it's not. It's not. I know.
Just, like,
it's just so hard.
I keep telling people to stop putting parts and things on there because then it feels abandoned.
You put the RC car on top yourself.
Hey, thank you to the person that sent that to me, by the way. We're still waiting for me to remember to bring my RC batteries and stuff from home, and then we'll test it.
Okay, I'll bring that home.
Yeah, but we'll bring it.
All right.
Anyways,
you're gonna venture out, yeah?
We're gonna venture out. I want to go check out a couple car dealerships today and go catch up with some friends. You'll see.
A few moments later.
Where are we going, Daiki?
Auto Spirit.
Auto Spirit. We're gonna go hang out with our friends at Auto Spirit. We're driving along the river here in Kanagawa. There's so much farmland here. Although this river does tend to flood sometimes. If there's like crazy rain, the water will come up above this. So you kind of don't want to have properties here. That's probably why there's still so much farmland here. If you've been to Japan, even in Tokyo City, there will be like high-rise buildings and then randomly a little farmland block. It's kind of wild. I wonder what trees those are. They look like some kind of fruit because it's all been trimmed low. You can probably tell I am way too excited and hyperactive over the thought of time attacking the 33. I've already looked into a few events coming up, and I think now that we have a fresh set of Neotech coilovers for it, it's a good time to just upgrade a bunch of stuff, lower the car, get a proper good fitting set of wheels for it, get rid of the cut and shut knuckles on the car. Oh, I'm excited. We pulled in, but the entire dealership has pretty much changed owners now, and there's not a single like old Japanese sports car anymore or drift car.
I guess you want Kunisan's place?
Yeah, let's go to Kunisan's place. But there's a nice Integra there, DC5 for 358 man. Dang, that's like 20. What? That's so much money. I guess maybe it's crazy low miles or something. Pretty much the only Japanese sports cars that they had there were those 2 Hondas I showed you. Everything else was bizarre K cars, and then there was a Porsche and a random old like American station wagon with wood grain down the side. But there was not really pricing on anything except those cars that I showed you. So very odd, kind of unfortunate, but it's something I've kind of been seeing a lot of. The market's really changed here, and a lot of the dealerships have changed ownerships recently too, which is interesting. But we're gonna go ahead and see Kunisan's shop. He recently got a new shop, I would say, I think towards like the middle of last year, and we haven't been there yet and shown it to you. So let's go check it out. If you guys don't know of Kunisan, he's a really famous D1GP driver. He has a crazy comp car. It's a Crown, right?
Mark X, yeah.
It's a Mark X, sorry, which has like a 3.6 thousand horsepower JZ package in there. We're gonna get a look at his D1GP car, but he's also very well known in like the JZX, I guess, you know, scene here in Japan. So anything JZ related, he's the guy that you go see. He usually has the parts, can help you out and get you sorted. He's got a really good shop, and generally any JZ question I have, we call Kunisan because he knows. We have arrived at Kunny's new shop. If you guys remember Kunny's last shop, it was literally like kind of the basement of a house. So this is a huge upgrade. Very cool shop space. Kuni-san, arigatou gozaimashita.
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Now, last time we saw Kuni-san, it was at his old shop. So things are definitely a lot nicer now. He's got lots of space. He's got multiple lifts. His old shop had one single lift. Do you remember that old shop, Daiki? With the single lift and how much work he used to do that? 昔のショップはすごい狭い。 でも今のショップすごい。
顔あの時からだめだね。3倍だね、3倍。
What? That's crazy.
And he had already like two, you know?
Two lifts, yeah.
And
He's got all that space up the back there, so big upgrade. Big upgrade.
What's on me?
Oh yeah, and he's got this one here too. So it's like, I guess like the, what do they call it? A scissor lift, I think it's called, right? But super good. But this is his comp car. It's a Mark X, and this was built in 2011. 2011年ぐらい作った?
Maybe, eh?
Yeah, that's when he built this car. So it's at a really interesting time because this was right as I guess WiseFab was starting to come out. So it was still like, you know, there was no Wise, because obviously they focused on air chassis stuff first. There was no WiseFab for any of the Toyota stuff, I think, at that point. So you'll see some really cool stuff on this car, which is like they modified the stock arms and stuff on the bottom and added pillow joints and stuff like that. So and then moving the shock pickup point and everything and just reinforced the stock arm. It's just really cool. Stuff that like you just wouldn't see in a comp car these days. So it's really unique. The same with the front end. The front end is still using, you know, pretty much all the same as the stock stuff, but they modified it so they can get enough angle out of everything, you know, extended the lower, all that type of stuff. It's really interesting how this all works out. I think that's like a super knuckle lower arm that's welded onto that. I'm not sure, but it's just really cool because this was right before things really changed. But we're gonna bring the car down and have a look in the engine bay. But a Mark X is essentially, I think it's very similar to the Crown chassis, but it's a kind of like a cheap, normal daily kind of family VIP maybe car here in Japan. Because you can get Mark X's for really cheap at the auctions, the base model ones.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like 8만.
8만?
Yeah, for the base model cheap automatic one, yeah.
But I like this, like, front end looks like more, you know, cool.
Oh yeah, no, this is sick. For 2011, this was like a brand new car that no one had ever messed with, so it was very, very ahead of its time. I love this. This is Kunisan's quick change. Quick change diff here. すごいね. This is really cool. So they built this so that they can have all the different diff ratios for his car whenever they needed to change. So this is what a quick change was back in the day, guys. Like you can see 3.2, see there's some more markings on here, but everything's labeled and it's just all stacked here. Obviously he's using the upgraded like super rear end 1.2 instead of like the JZX 8-inch. Also right now it would be a quick time to tell you, if you want to tell the difference between like a Toyota 8-inch and 7.5 smaller diff, the smaller diffs have these two lines. The 8-inches have a single line, and then it's very obvious when you look at the Supra or the Sora diffs because they have the longer mounts that come here. But let's have a look at the car. じゃあエンジンルーム上げて大丈夫ですか? ありがとうございます. I'll lock this in. So previously he used to have a 3.6, but now he has a 3.4 in here. Whoa, this is old school, Garrett. This is like before the GTX series, maybe. That's cool. The old logo. It may even have a Honeywell stamp on there. That's super cool. That's, I don't even think you could buy that anymore. That's super cool. Wow. Custom intake manifold. All adapted to work with this big drive-by-wire. Oh, Kunisan knows what's up. He's using the same bands I use. 玉がいいね、このクランプ使ってるだけ。めっちゃいい。Yeah, HPI clamps. These are special design clamps so that it applies the same pressure on the full 360 around. Because a lot of the worm drive clamps will put too much pressure in just this one spot and it won't be the same pressure over here. But yeah, really nice 2J. And Kunisan, ホレンジャーだよね? 4速 or sequential?
6
speed. Sequential. Wow.
6速が直結1対1
Oh, 1-to-1 is the 6 gear. Oh wow. Okay, so that's like a lot of shifting then. Turbo, いくつですか?
それ40にしたんじゃねえかな
So around, he said like around like a GTX 40? いつぐらい買ったこれ結構
それ相当古いよ
ねえ、すごい This is the old casting mark. I was just telling him like it's pretty old now, but it's very cool. 何年ぐらい使ってる?
もう 7-8 年使ってんじゃない
What?
7 years 8
7-8 years. Sugoi. So he's been using that for 7 to 8 years. Sorry, Kunisan has a little bit of an accent. It's hard for me to understand sometimes. Yeah. But 7 to 8 years with the same turbo. No rebuild, no nothing. So that just goes to show how good a Garrett turbo is. Love that. And he's using IP coils, which is a big Japanese brand. Very cool. Simple setup. It's really cool. Look at this. This is something they used to do in the old days too. The little plate here to stop the belt from flying off on the tensioner. It's a smart thing to do. Very simple, good mod. Using alternator's been relocated on underneath the power steering where the AC is. The Tome one. Yeah. We have a lot of issues with space on that side, but also the block ear snaps off on the blocks, unfortunately. Really cool. Oh, whoa, look at these injectors. この injector サードですか?
サード。
SARD injectors. Wow. 1000cc? And then この車はエタノール使ってないだよね。GT プラス?
使ってたよ前は。
He used to use ethanol, but he doesn't anymore. Just uses, I guess, GT plus.
なんでやめちゃったんですか？エタノールの燃料タンクの中のさ、バッフルあんじゃん、スポンジ。あれがエタノール全部溶けちゃう。本当のエタノール使ってたから。大悟と俺だけ最初。昔のね。Just saying. もっと前、本当のエタノール。So it was like not E85, it was just straight ethanol. Ethanol?
Methanol, maybe. Maybe it was meth. He was using methanol, I think. And he was saying that whenever they used it, it would just melt the sponge in the fuel cell and cause a lot of issues. So they just stopped using it. Yeah, that was way before they had E85 by the barrel. This is a cool mod. He's got like a water hose coming off the top radiator hose. And then that's being piped down into a Y piece into the side of the head and then the rear of the head, so he's got that water flow. That's interesting. On my comp car, we run it from the back of the head through the turbo and then through the water neck as like a kind of a way to just like do that same thing but use the path through the turbo. That's really cool. And then he's got his, looks like his breather hose runs over here to a catch tank under the turbo somewhere down below. Very simple. I love it. Still using stuff like, you know, OEM reservoir and stuff like that. I love it. Big radiator though. Very cool. Huge oil cooler, intercoolers down there, water sprayers. You just don't see cars built like this anymore. Yeah. Back in the day, this was like such a sick car. Still is a really cool car. But back in its time, it was definitely ahead of everyone else. What throttle body is this? この電池は何ですか?
それはあれだな。レクサスだな。
Oh, from a Lexus? That's cool. コンピューター何使ってる?
V Pro.
V Pro HKS. Wow. That's why this thing sounds really good on limiter. They have like a very interesting limiter program on the V Pro. Interior is pretty much very simple and straightforward. His hydro is the coolest custom thing I've ever seen. It's just like a straight bar with a little ball on it. Shifter as well. I love it. Very cool. Roll cage. All the doors are gutted out, so very light. Looks like they've been fiberglassed too. Wow. So he skinned them with fiberglass. That's why they're very light. And a simple dash using an old race pack. And then just carbon fiber plate. I love that, man. Oh my gosh, he's still using the automatic brake pedal. Wow. And he was telling me as well that this car currently still makes 900 horsepower, which is awesome. Like that's pretty much where everyone's at right now as well in D1GP. Some people will make a little more or a little less, but you know, they'll figure it out with adding more grip to the car and whatnot. But as I said, Kunisan is a very famous driver in Japan. D1 Grand Prix Series, got third place. You can see an FD1 up there, third place. FD Tsukuba Circuit, first place. He's definitely got some good trophies. This was his old car. All of these here were with the Mark X. But this was his old car that he competed a lot in D1GP for. Very cool. I just noticed the big Dulux sticker on the roof. Ito-san's a good friend of ours as well. Love to see his sticker on the car. I think what I love about Kunisan's shop is there's all these drains everywhere, and because there's so much concrete too, it's kind of really nicely insulated in here. So in the summer, it would be nice and cool, and in the winter, pull the plastic curtain over and crank the heat on, and this place would be nice and warm. He's got himself his nice little fab room set up here. He's been working on welding some wheels by the looks of it. I love it. Oh, I need some of these. I need to figure out where to buy these or what these are called. I've been wanting to get these for ages. You see he's been modifying, chopping, cutting lower arms and stuff, doing knuckles. This is such a good shop for anyone that's into JZX stuff. If you have any issues with a chaser or anything like that, bring it here. Kunisan is the man. And he's very, very open to, dealing with foreigners and all that type of stuff. No problem whatsoever. So definitely recommend, if you do have a JZX and you want to get some work done, bring it here. I just noticed there's something funny on this car. I think that's the same bonnet hood that's on the Wagoner. I think it is. That's funny. I love that. Back at the shop now, and today definitely didn't go according to the original plan, but I think it all worked out okay in the end. There's so much stuff happening behind the scenes. This period of the year is always like this, and to be honest, I really should have planned for it better because it's like a lot of downtime and things and conversations happening, waiting for things to get finalized behind the scenes also. So it's just like this limbo, you're kind of stuck in limbo waiting for things to happen. But what the plan is I'm pretty much going to go and do a ton of shop tours and maybe travel around a little bit in Japan where I haven't been before, so we can build up a nice backlog of content so that we can drop when we have, quiet times like this, or times when we're doing a car build and all of a sudden things are going to be taking longer than expected. My goal this year is to try and get a lot more organized with how we're filming content and builds and stuff like that. So being able to have a build all come out in one hit where it actually flows, each episode connects to each other, is way more beneficial, I think. And I think you guys are going to enjoy that way better too. Anyways, that aside, guys, go get the official HKS SAMMIT collab merch that we dropped. That is an insane sentence to say out loud. Never did I ever think that I would be doing official collab merch with HKS. So cool. Go check it out. Link is in the description. Go to sammit.net. Go join the subreddit. Go join the Discord. Let's grow this community together, guys. And let's kill this year. See ya. Peace. Jamata.